All right. Hello, welcome to the video. My name is H&Double Sonic. This is my shorts channel. I almost said behind the scenes because I had that too, and that was another video I was just doing. But in this video, we are doing a daily drawing compilation of day 31 to 40. If you're up to date on my shorts, you see that I'm, at the time of this video, I'm on day 72. So I'm a little bit behind, but I like to do these videos in clumps of 10. So of course I'm not going to be able to do them consistently enough without catching up, and then you're obviously waiting longer. Anyways, so here's day 31 to 40, my thoughts behind the drawings themselves, the process, and going from there. So if you want, the playlist is in the description box for the videos themselves. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Here's day 31, covered by my dinosaur world postcard. The prompt was blueprint, and I created a blueprint of myself because I thought that'd be pretty cool, like what makes me and everything, between the hair, the smile, the madness. And it sucks because I wanted this one to do well. I prepped the paper wrong, and then I ended up using a white gel pen when I should have used a white paint, but it's neither here nor there. I wanted this one to do better, and it didn't do well at all. And now on to day 32. Oh, cyborg. I wanted to do this angle sort of thing, and I didn't want to pretty much copy word for the cyborg I can think of, which is from Teen Titans, but I did take some liberties, and the one eye kind of Terminator-esque vibe. I was trying to do different medias because in my head I was like, oh well, cyborg is part human, part machine, and then I ended up putting like a whole bunch of random symbols and stuff like that. I wish I would have did this a little bit better. I think this was the stint, and I was just trying to get it done, but I was also trying to make sure it's my own thing. Um, I also think this is like the weird time where the account was going through some weird algorithm madness, because right now I'm doing solid, knock on wood. Day 33, totem pole. I spent so long on this one, and if I remember correctly, I was using the um, alcohol-based markers, and I did my research. I was doing a lot of research for this, like figuring out what each creature meant and how it represented on the totem pole and all the history. So I have an otter, I have a wolf, I have an eagle, I have a butterfly, and an owl, butterfly, and an eagle. I At this point I think I did this months ago, so props for trying to remember. Again, I wish this one did better, but sometimes it's like that. And if you look, when I did the blueprint one, it kind of bled on a lot of the drawings, and I was like, ooh, but it's okay. Day 34, I also spent a lot of time on this one. This is probably one of my most detailed ones to date. It's the Magic Kingdom castle at Walt Disney World, because the prompt was Magic Kingdom, and the only thing I could think of is, well, Magic Kingdom. So I did my stylistic take of the castle, try to keep it as true, and I did the red and blue in honor, or I guess homage to um, the drawing and the rough drafts and stuff like that that artists do when it comes time to do the paintings and drawings and stuff like that. And then I sketched it out, and I liked this one because it was like a finished product, and then kind of broke down to the not finished one. There's an Easter egg here of some of my best friends from the Disney College program when I worked there. We're right here in the corner, and Walt said the park will never be finished because he doesn't want everything just stuck in time. Things are meant to be progressive and grow and change, and that's what I was trying to do here, trying to represent and manifest that, like, things are changing down here constantly. Like, the castle remains the same to a degree, but then there are little changes. I did the balloons and stuff. I really like this one. Kind of said it didn't do well, but sometimes it doesn't matter what the algorithm thinks. You just kind of do it for you, but it does help if they kind of like it. I did this tissue to cover this, and I can see there's a little bit of bleed. Day 35, actually, right? 35? Yeah, 35. Beach scene. Kid you not, this is like the biggest cop out I did. I used a reference for a beach in Florida, and I originally sketched it out, and I thought, okay, cool, this is going pretty well. And then when it came time to color, I was using color pencil because that's, like, I guess, my comfortable medium. and it did not turn out well at all. Like I'm looking at it and I can vaguely tell that there's a beach, and probably from this camera that's filming, you could probably see a little bit better, but this one, I think I spent maybe like 5 minutes on it, and I, looking at it, man, I'm glad it didn't do well because that was a cop out, true cop out, and I'm gonna stop behind that one. Except for maybe going from the beach scene down here. But then there was like no sunset, there was no lighting and stuff. It just literally looks like a few colors thrown on a page, which is what it was. Actually, I'm looking at this too. 5 minutes. Wow. I don't know why I'm going so fast, and I don't know why I can breathe. Probably because I've been in the mindset of, oh, I gotta make these shorts, I gotta make them quick. That way people can retention, short attention spans, and all that good jazz. So I don't even know if you're still watching it, but if you are, thank you. And if you've reached this point in the video, which I don't know why I'm saying it because I'm not even done yet, but if you've reached this point in the video, leave a comment below and tell me what's your favorite movie that you can see in the background. Okay. On day 36, we are at the Pac-Man video game. I have a very core memory of this. My mom is really good at Pac-Man. She loves it. I watched her play and she remembers the pattern to beat the levels, so I was like in awe. I would watch her get to like uh I don't remember the exact order of the fruits and vegetables of the food. I recall a pretzel, and then I know there's a point where it starts repeating itself. She would get to the point where it's repeating itself, and I would just be all. And I think she would either get tired of the game, or obviously she wouldn't have that much downtime, and she would just stop. But for the drawing, I did it in oil pastel, and I like it. It gives a kind of like vintage look, which I know it probably shouldn't, but um, if I had a way to make the pellets a little bit darker, that probably would have worked out a little bit better because it started getting a little blurred. But Pac-Man represented here, of course, you have, oh, I'm gonna forget their names. I think I did it last time too. Isn't it like Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and then one of them has like a regular name. I think Red. I don't know if that's the name, but anyways, yeah, I like this one. I really did like this one. I didn't care. I think at this point I was kind of like, if the uh numbers do well, they do well, and that's kind of like something that got in my head, and I probably shouldn't worry about that. Zodiac sign. Actually, I'm just now checking to see if you are in frame still. Oh, you are. Okay, sweet. Zodiac sign. I recall when I did this one, I was redoing this so many times, and again, I was sticking with the whole oil pastel thing. I redid this one so many times. I think the paper started to wear. Did it? Let me see. I think it started to get a little worn. But I enjoyed doing this one, trying to remember my zodiac sign. Then I had to look it up. I'm Aquarius. So then I did the Aquarius, which I guess is like them pouring something, water out. Duh, Aqua Aquarius. And then I did the actual constellation. And then I did the symbol on the side. Don't get me wrong, and I don't want to offend anyone that's like really into zodiacs. I appreciate everything that it carries along with it and stands for, but I was struggling bad, and then the face got really mushed because again I was using oil pastel, and to cover up some of my I just kind of did that. So, but this one started doing really well, which is weird because it's okay, I guess, if you put in like an abstract mindset, then cool. We're on day 38. Okay, I love this one so much. Something 3D. I looked up a few videos on how to get that 3D effect about like the red and blue and then white and everything with the cellophane with the glasses. So much that my friend Sujena, she sent me a 3D pair of glasses because I was gonna do a video with it, but then when I tried to do it through the camera, it wasn't achieving what I was trying to achieve. I love this one so much that like you can look at it and you're like, oh yeah, this is like a 3D effect. And so you put on the glasses and then you would see the 3D effect. It wasn't translating well through a video, so I kind of had to unfortunately scrap that idea, which kind of sucked, but yeah. Day 39. So there's something funny. When I made this video, I had just watched Anaconda for the first time in over 20 years, and I recreated the poster. And then I think in the video or short, I mentioned about how they were remaking Anacondas before the trailers came out with Jack Black. And well, now I see the trailers that, Jack Black and Paul Rudd are doing. Looks fantastic. This one I spent so long on. I think this one took me well over an hour and a half between the little details of the scales and doing the shading. And this is all color pencil, by the way. All color pencil and very, very small spots of white gel. And then getting this aligned up, and it flopped so bad. I mean, it did terrible. I can tell you the numbers right now, real quick. Let me go ahead and pull up that there. YouTube's on the side. Shorts. That one did 96 views. I kid you not. I was like, what? I spent so long. And isn't it like that though? You spend such a long time and the videos that you don't think are going to do well, or the videos you want to do well don't do well. It's a fickle thing. Anyways, I love this one. And of course, at the end of the video, I tell you which one I thought was my favorite. But we are reaching the last one, which is number 40. So I have to put the infamous Dinosaur World card to block this next one, because that's going to be for the next video. Something upside down. Okay. So this, of course, when I thought of upside down, the closest thing to pop culture, modern media, in my opinion, was Stranger Things. So I wanted to try to do something in my style, but also not give too much details. And if I remember this one, I ended up doing this one when I was house sitting. So my recording was kind of weird, and I was trying to recall from memory what the characters look like, and then I used very minimal references, which I probably should have. But when I did this, and oh man, I'm trying to remember, I did the characters that were not in the upside down in red, and then the ones in black are the ones that were like obviously their characters still. And I'm gonna try to remember, so wish me luck. Steve, I almost said his real name. Lucas. This one, I think this is L. Prior, yeah, L. Will. Nancy, yeah, Nancy. Vecna. Max. Oh no. Oh man, I gotta flip it upside down ironically. L when she had her haircut. Oh no. I remember. Did I forget Dustin? No, I didn't. That's Will. This was Dustin. That was Eddie. Oh man, I messed up. Did I mess up? I don't think I did. It's been such a long time since I did this one because I house sat back in March. Oh geez. Anyways, the whole stick of it was the ones that were in the upside down were down here. So that must have been Will then. That must have been Will. That must have been L. That must have been uh, Max, Vecna, Eddie. I think that was also Eddie I did here. Or Steve. Anyways, my bad everyone. I got them confused. No, I didn't. I did it right. Because that was... Anyways, sorry I didn't create Dustin in this entire mix. I knew I was forgetting one of them. But then at that point, then do I add Cindy, and then do I add Hopper, and do I add Winona Ryder's character, which I forgot her name off the top of my head right now. I did this, but that was that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching that entire whatever that was. My favorite one out of this entire stint, these 10, honestly, hands down without a competition, was Magic Kingdom. It holds such a near dear place in my heart, and it was my favorite one to create because I saw this castle while I was working there, without exaggerating, thousands of times. And yeah, I thought it was just very well done. My least favorite, obviously right next to it, was the beach scene. And my most underperformed one that I thought should have did better was going to be Anaconda. Yeah. And looking at the numbers now, out of these 10, I don't know why I'm telling you this at this point. The best one was Wow, I was doing really awful on those. Yeah, was my zodiac sign. Why, I don't know, but that was the one that did the best. Yeah, go figure. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and if you want to see more polished videos, more well produced, the ones that have more effort in, I guess if you can say that, or the ones that I have more time. My main channel is Agent Double Sonic. Shorts obviously is this channel here. If you want to see some behind the scenes stuff where I do the videos that either are the outtakes or extra stuff that I don't think make the regular videos that fit the algorithm, or things that I feel like this is cool if you are interested in that kind of sort of thing, but if not, then I just throw on the behind the scenes. And then I also do more art over there too, like foundations where I'm learning how to draw, and I take the time, and those are full length, unstructured, or unstructured. They are structured, but uninterrupted, solid sessions where I have a camera kind of like this, but then I have my top down camera and I talk through the process and just go through learning either facial features, hands, anatomy, and things of that nature, or objects, or learning different things if you're interested in that. But if not, I think those are pretty much it. I have a travel channel, but that's only when I get to travel. But because of my surgery that I had, I'm not going to be able to do a lot of those. So, yeah, that one's kind of a little forgotten. But, anyways, thanks so much for watching. Like I said again, my next one, this is kind of like blurring the lines between my behind the scenes and finishing this video off. I have a big video that I've been working on. I'll give you a very, very small sneak peek. That's it. That's all you're going to get. It's a 24 by 48 that have been on and off working for a very long time. Okay, y'all. I'll see you on the next video.